Am I gonna turn this into a video? Maybe. We'll see. Is everybody ready for a little live reaction? A little live react Andy action? Okay, so for context of what we're about to watch, this is an apology video for a 30-something-year-old woman who groomed children in a group chat. On top of that, she had a 16-year-old, was it? Come on stage during one of her shows, split her legs open while she was wearing, like, clothes that were a bit more revealing, and then played a fart sound, which, like, I'm laughing because of the odd, like, how uncomfortable I feel. So if you hear me, like, laughing at, like, the shit that she's done, I just feel uncomfortable. Like, it's weird. 14, you think? I have no idea the actual age. And how does she apologize for what she did? With a ukulele song. She sent lingerie to her fans who was a minor? Yeah! Yeah, this is so fucking crazy. The crazy part is she hit the YouTuber sigh. She hit the YouTuber sigh and then she starts strumming the ukulele. Fucking hell.
It's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true.
She sounds better muted.
Just as long as it's entertaining to you. Right? All aboard the toxic gossip train.
Yeah.
You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic gossip
This
train.
is happening. Like
You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic gossip train. Tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash. But hey,
oh my god.
at least you're having fun.
Okay, so let's just have a moment to talk about this. Someone said crazy eyes, and that was funny as fuck. But let's be honest here, right? One, that's not an apology. Someone just said that in chat too. It isn't an apology, right? This is somebody being like, hey, stop dogpiling on me, right? And I'm like, don't groom kids? I feel like it's a weird way to play victim with a ukulele, right? Oh no, don't hold me accountable for my actions. Oh no, listen, I know I was trying to teach 14-year-olds how to put tampons in. I'm talking to a 12-year-old telling me to show me their ass. By the way, a screenshot of that came up that got revealed where in the group chat with those kids, a 12-year-old goes, my ass looks great today. And she goes, pics. As in, show me pictures of your ass. Are you fucking with me? Like, like, public shaming is deserved. Okay? Like, we could try to act all cute and happy and sunshiny, but fucking public shame them, dude. The more that you call out creeps like this, the more likely the next one's not going to do it. That's the same way I feel about, like, you know, How to Catch a Predator, like Chris Hansen, right? Is one of the best things about that show is that it helps deter other predators from doing what they do because they're scared of getting caught. So it's fun. And that's the thing, right? I got golden rules. If you ever hurt kids or do anything to kids, it's fair game. I will make fun of your appearance, your voice, everything about you, dog. It's fair game at that point. But when it comes to, like, people outside of that, I don't make fun of, like, mental health. I don't make fun of appearances. Unless you dog on me, then it's fair game. I dog on you. Tit for tat, bitch. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's super important to know what it's okay and not okay. Like, my morals are like, hey, I'm not here to make fun of people, right? Unless warranted, bitch. Because I'm so down to roast a video game character, and I'm so down to roast a predator. That's the two things, right? The only person I'm allowed to insult is myself. That's also fair too. But I think, you know what? I'll give you the pass to insult predators, buddy. She's already 30-something years old in the group chat. Yeah, oh. It keeps going.
Hi, everyone. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say.
If your team tells you not to do something, I'm gonna just be honest with you, Shotty. Don't fucking do it. I don't think it's that deep. I don't think you're paying them for a reason. Unless your team is also just 13-year-olds. I don't know, man.
I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing.
To roast a predator, the long-awaited sequel. Is it such a dub?
I am, and but not in a creepy way, like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody.
Chat. Alright, I spend every fucking day with y'all. I post 3 videos a day on my other channel. I stream. I am active in Discord. I'm active in my social medias. Alright? Let's get one thing fucking straight here, okay? Never, ever DM me if feel like that we like that, you know? We can be open. We can talk about our lives. We can have empathy in a public setting. You know what I'm saying? Let's be besties it's like when you go to a open cafe, right? We can sit down at a table publicly. If you can't say whatever you want to say to me publicly, then it's not worth saying to me at all. That's the reality. Same thing with me towards you guys. If whatever I'm saying is not appropriate enough to say publicly, then I shouldn't say it. It's just that much common sense, right? Right? And that's how it works. It's not that deep. It's so easy to not be a shit person. I don't get it. Are you saying we aren't besties? We're besties in public spaces, okay? That's how this works. We ain't that close, man. Shut your ass up. You spend every day watching my videos acting like you don't know me. No, but for real though, it's like, I know there's a lot of talk about parasocial relationships and like what's the line and what's healthy and not healthy. I think all that matters at the end of the day is, does your quality of life improve by the person you're interacting with? And if the answer is yes, that's all that matters. Who the fuck needs a label on it? Realistically, I think putting labels in like guidelines on stuff like that is weird. The only thing that's really important is boundaries. Boundaries are lines that should be claimed. But labels on shit is, I don't know. I just don't think it's that necessary. As long as you know, it's not that infatuation factor, right? Which is what happens to a lot of the VTubers who like hide that they're in a relationship or like hide things about like that kind of stuff, right? But it's like, y'all know me, and my full name, my government ass name is public because of my old job. Like, people can easily find me. It's not a big deal. Like, when it comes to like what I look like and stuff. So I'm not really hiding anything. And I choose not to hide anything. Like, sure, I could delete stuff of like my face being public or whatever, but I just don't care, right? It's like, whatever's out there's out there, you know? I'm just a viewer looking for entertainment, and that's fine, right? Like, that's the thing. It's whatever you want to get out of something is what you get out of it. It's like, if, for example, if I'm eating a really good ass taco, right? I could be eating the fuck out of that taco, right? And for me, as someone starving, that taco satisfies. It feels so good. But what if somebody's already full and they eat the taco? It's not as great to them, but they still enjoy it nonetheless, you know? It's like, it doesn't have to be the same for everybody. It's whatever you get out of it.
It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, you know, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, "Ugh." That was me.
What, the aunt that sexually harasses you?
Poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends, but in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there.
If you want to share about your life, do it publicly. Don't do it in private group chats with children. It's that simple. It is that simple. I share and open up about my life all the time in public settings. Do you know how fucking weird it is to tell like a 12-year-old about your divorce and trauma dumping on them and expecting them to console you? Like, what do you mean, bitch? What do you mean? How are you immune to this cringe? As a VTuber, it's our one super strength. We are forged by the cringe. She should hire someone who to write lyrics for her. She should have got her team to tell her to shut the fuck up and not post it. How does... I don't know. I don't know how someone can post this. The video sits there and it's uploading, right? And then it starts processing. And then you have to like write a description and settings and tags and everything, and you still posted it. Like, there's so many steps along the way where she could have chose to not post this. It's crazy. Yeah, she is blaming everyone else for her shortcomings. That's so true, Kiwi.
I thought you wanted me to take accountability, but that's not the point of your mob mentality.
I hate that. I detest that shit. She goes, I thought you wanted me to take accountability. You're not. You're not taking accountability. This is our second time bringing up accountability in this entire thing, too.
No, your goal is to ruin
So
the life
lame.
of the person you despise while you dramatize
Why is her face
your
yellow? 'Cause
lives
she's really
and
bad at makeup.
monetize their demise.
Look at this, right? So she used highlight right here that actually matches her skin tone better. And the rest of it, she just looks super like yellow. And then she didn't blend it into her neck properly. So it looks like clown makeup because it's different color than her skin match. So, hi. If you're gonna groom kids, I'm gonna roast you in your terrible makeup skills. Your eyebrows can't can't hide your terrible hairline.
I feel like I can already hear the comments on this video. She's gaslighting, manipulating. Oh, she's a narcissist and a rat. I would never make a mistake like that.
Yeah, that's damn right. You know what? She predicted exactly what we gonna say. Do you know why? Because we're not messaging children and talking about their asses, right? So that's, isn't that crazy? Like, she's like, oh, I know what they'll say. Oh, you guys have never made a mistake? Not when it comes to kids, motherfucker. I don't know, my mistakes feel a lot less grandiose. My mistakes are like, oops, I forgot to make a payment on my credit card, and now I got really bad credit. Shit, the pandemic hit my credit score hard. I was overdrawn for a long time. That's my mistakes. What kind of mistakes are these? What the fuck?
You wanted me to say that I was 100% in the wrong. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not gonna take that route of admitting to lies and rumors that you made.
No, the reason why she won't admit to it and take accountability is because she would go to jail. That's why. Let's get this straight here. Like, doing what you did to children in private DMs is against the law. That's why you won't 100% agree to what happened. Even though there's evidence. Yeah, there's literally screenshots and shit. Like, there's screenshots of the conversations, and there's also a video of what she did to the 60-year-old girl on stage. Like, what is she think? Insane.
Yep, for clout.
Realistically, though, this woman's a multimillionaire. All right, like, if we're gonna have like a real moment, this woman's a multimillionaire. How much sympathy am I supposed to have? Right? Not saying that like multimillionaires can't be sad or go through shit, but you're a multimillionaire child predator. Right? I don't think I need to feel bad for you. Did she just say that this is about things in the past that people didn't like? Yeah, she's like super underplaying what happened. Super underplaying, yeah. She's just undercutting everything. What's the like to dislike ratio? I'm not sure. I don't have the plugin on my YouTube. If someone has the plugin, let me know. Notice that she doesn't address any of the rumors or specify the facts. Yeah. She just like dodges it. She just keeps saying, oh, you guys are making up shit about me. And I was awkward in a group chat. No. Like, we're not talking about the specifics. If you're going to address allegations and how they're wrong, right? Because like there's two ways you could have went about this. It's either you do an apology video or you do a video that actually battles the allegations. But she did neither. Right? She didn't apologize and she didn't fight the accusations and allegations. Right? And she's like, I'm here trying to fight with arguments and facts, but you don't care about that. Oh my God, that rhymed. Am I gonna start busting out a ukulele? Oh shit, it's my time. Hey, it's my fucking time. I got bars, bitch. Shit. The ratio is 75,000 likes to 750,000 dislikes currently. Holy shit. The sad part about this is that when people go through like hate online, they get death threats and shit. And I don't agree with death threats and shit. But I do believe in fucking consequences. Like, put her in jail. Make it so that YouTubers who are predatory towards kids have some goddamn fear. Man, so many YouTubers get away, they just hide and go offline, and they get to live their merry little lives with all the fucking money they rake in. Like, And it's sick. It's so sick. Like, what the hell? You use piano or guitar? True. I do play electric bass. I do play violin, so. I also have a mandolin as well. Like, I don't believe in, like, ever sending people death threats and shit like that. Like, that's always fucked up. So I'm never going to be like, but, like, I'm going to reiterate again. I do believe in consequences, though. Like, jail them. Jail the people who do this shit to kids. Right? EDP's an example. Yeah, EDP just gets to, like, chill and come back randomly on different accounts and pretend like nothing happened, and then people figure out it's him. It's not that hard to tell. And it's sad. You know? Like, I just want people to not feel like they can get away with this and have all this power over kids. And it's so sad, which is like why I try to lead by example so much. Because what happens is for a lot of like these YouTubers, they're like, you're so mature for your age. And they like talk them up like that. And there are kids who are mature for their age. But do you know what they don't realize? Is that though that kind of rhetoric and language is used to manipulate them. To make them feel like that, oh, like they have a standing with that person they're talking to because they have them on a pedestal. And that's bullshit. And you guys know how much I want to become a mom. Like, becoming a mom is one of the most important things to me in my entire life. So whenever I see, like, shit like this person, it just sucks. And then on top of that, like, the weird, like, I mean, to be really blunt about it, the double standard we have towards like women predators versus male predators is also kind of sickening, right? Is that doesn't matter what gender you are, you can be a predator. And us taking it less seriously either way just fucking sucks. So I'm really glad that people are kind of like hate bombing this because it's taking it seriously even like though she's a female. And I feel like a lot of the time that shit gets pushed aside. There's so many times where like I've seen like women sexually harassed or like where I've like heard scenarios of women sexually harassing men and people being like, dude, take the compliment and stuff like that. And it's like, no, carry that same energy. Even then, the same thing happens vice versa to other genders too, where it's like, just take the compliment, just blah, blah, like, yeah, your gender is child predator now. Exactly. It doesn't matter like who you are, what you are. All that matters is your actions are. So it's just so shit. If you can't say something in front of their parents or in front of other people, you shouldn't be saying it at all. I'm sorry, I'm just really passionate about that because you know how much I want babies,
I also
guys.
wanted to take a minute to talk
If that ever
about
happened to
that
one of my
girl
babies,
wearing things.
oh, I
The
would
one.
cry. Oh my
Her.
god,
She's PG-13.
if I have kids and they
it
get
says that on my website,
I'd
and
lose
it's
it.
always been that way.
The excuse being like I'm 13 plus is crazy. Just saying. That's a crazy try to retort to that.
It doesn't matter that these things aren't true.
Bust out your instrument and
Everyone
battle
just
her.
believes
Oh shit.
That you are the type of person who manipulates and abuses children.
Not this bitch saying it flat out. Not this bitch saying it flat out. Then doing a dramatic pause. I wheezed. No, bitch, no. Someone get your predator. Someone get her. Oh. You cannot be making that face with your mismatched makeup. Oh, bitch, no. Oh. She even contoured her nose for this. Oh, bitch, no. Oh, no. I got so uncomfortable. I cringed to my seat,
The only
bro.
thing I've ever groomed is my 2 Persian cats. I'm not a groomer. I'm just a loser who didn't understand I shouldn't respond to fans. And I'm not a predator, even though a lot of you think so, because 5 years ago I made a fart joke.
While splitting open a teenager's legs on stage in front of millions, because there's also tour videos. But it doesn't matter because I'm just a whack-ass hoe. I'm not a groomer, just a loser's bars. Like, every predator ever has said something similar to that. That's what it is. Every predator ever has been like, oh, I was just looking for friends and company. Oh my god, the doggo loves you so much. Oh, it's because you're eating food. Never mind. The dog jumped on my husband, and then it was because he was eating food. It wasn't even because. So funny. I was like, oh my god, the dog loves you. No. That dog only wants snacks.
And defend myself a little and take accountability.
No. She's like, to defend myself a little and take accountability. You didn't take accountability. You're just defending yourself. And like, listen, we're not going to remember this in like a week from now. Except for like as her being the ukulele lady. But I sincerely feel bad for those kids and those parents who were affected by this. For her, I couldn't give less than a shit about her. For real. Because she doesn't matter. Besides being the funny ukulele lady. But I do feel bad for those other people affected. Why the actual fuck is she singing about this? What? Right? Like, what is happening in the world?
Say that to anyone out there who has ever supported me in any capacity.
Yeah.
I really, really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much I appreciate you. And thank you so much for giving me this platform and millions of dollars so that I can message 12-year-olds about sending me pictures of their ass. I really couldn't do this without you. Thank you, strums ukulele. Like, bitch, no. No. Because that just gross.
I never had any bad intentions. But I do feel like shit.
I never had bad intentions? Oh my god. The vanity. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so ick. It's giving me ick. It's serving terrible. Yeah, it's about the victims. It's not about you. Oh, this dramatic pause. Oh, she's still going? Oh, she positioned her hand. She positioned her hand for a chord. She has auto white balance on. That's why you can see like the color in the room change slightly. Is she a mom? Can someone confirm that? Dude, that hook is gonna be stuck in my head all day. Reality is that she's like trying to make you feel guilty for her. That's what she's trying to accomplish here. And it's like no one's gonna feel bad for you when you harm kids. That's the reality. You're a parent's worst nightmare. When a parent sees their child go on a computer or play on the iPad and watch YouTube videos, you're their biggest fear. Right? And you happened to those kids. So no, we don't have like this sadness towards you. And yes, we're having fun at your expense. Like, that's the reality. Because you know what's even more sad about this? Is that she's probably not going to get jail time. She's probably not going to get charges against her. Because that's the world we live in. So the most that we could possibly do was shit on her. Because nothing else can happen. She's going to just live with her millions of dollars and slink away into nothing and not talk about anything and act like this never happened. And then we all just get to be sad. She has 3 children. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's so fucked up. Predators are always just super selfish, man. Predators are always like, I had good intentions. Oh, it wasn't like, I'm just quirky. And I don't, like, they always try to, like, think about, this is going to ruin my life. My reputation is over. Like, it's just not about you. It's about the people you affected. And that's what it comes down to. And they just don't have that, they don't have that perspective. And it's sad. The side eye into thinking of doing more is so funny. It's so funny. The putting the hand out to stop the camera and then being like, but wait, there's more.
Actually, I feel like maybe I should let you guys know something. It seems like maybe you're confused about something. I don't know.
Maybe you're confused about something. Maybe you're confused about something. Because we're all mad over one thing. The mistreatment of children. It's that simple. Right? No, we're not unclear about what we're upset about. It's very clear what we're upset about.
Sometimes people make a mistake and it doesn't make them a horrible person. Whoa. Sometimes people can make...
Do you know what? That's a very true statement. There's a lot of people who make mistakes in life that don't hurt kids, right? And listen, I think that there's a lot of content creators who make mistakes in general. And like someday I'm going to make a mistake about something and it's going to happen, right? But the difference is is that just don't let it hurt kids. It's the fucking bare minimum, right? Just don't let it hurt people. Like, disappoint people if you mess up, sure. If you do something bad, sure. But, like, there's lines, man, between what's, like, can be apologized and moved on from versus actually, like, hurting people and having victims in your wake. And that's what it is. It's taking, like, the idea of, like, oh my God, we make mistakes, but we need to learn to be forgiving. That's a beautiful concept outside of this context. Being accepting and loving and letting people, like, you know, letting people, like, have mistakes in life and not holding grudges against them outside of this context is a good thing to have. And I think a lot of the time, sometimes we hold animosity towards those we really care about too much. But that's a whole different subject. It's just that this bitch, fuck no. Stalin just did some mistakes. Person, no. Making a mistake and learning from it is so important. And I think that there's also this factor of accountability and understanding what you've done. And when you shift the blame onto everybody else, it's just so gross.
A mistake and they're still a good person. Crazy, I know. Oh, and twist it up and grind it and add some lies to it and pulverize it and stab it with knives and ruin a life and oh no, sometimes people
strip the ukulele away. That was her cipher. She started rhyming like Dr. Seuss. That shit went crazy. Not ready for the Alicia controversy. Oh, I guess the most controversial thing would be how I ghosted my old job for 2.5 years without telling a soul. That's probably my most controversial thing. But it's also because I had a mental breakdown. So I feel like my controversy is already over. Because there was, like, a bunch of shit about, like, how I disappeared and, like, blah, 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 blah. And that was my controversy. Now it's gone. And the reason why I left was because I was, like, for fighting games, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, there's, like, this group that we have that's, like, the executive kind of group that makes it so you ban certain people from tournaments if they're like, a predator or if there's somebody who could hurt other people. So I banned, like, a group of us. It wasn't just me alone. Like, we banned a few really top tier talent for games because they were harassing people. And yeah, I got, like, a lot of hate and a lot of people who, like, I got doxxed and it was shit and terrible. I went through a lot of crap and I was just, like, mentally not okay. And I was like, and it was really messed up because I just abandoned my community and I abandoned, like, the movement I was making for women in the scene because I was, like, one of the first women of color to commentate and do what I did. And I helped, like, make a whole pathway for women, and I used to mentor women and stuff like that. And then on top of that too, I used to also advocate for men sexual assault cases. So there was a lot of men who were being assaulted in the scene, in the competitive professional scene for fighting games, that weren't being taken seriously. So I used to advocate for them, to help them. And all that stuff just, like, dropped the moment that I left because I couldn't handle it anymore. And I think that was the biggest controversy, was people saying that I just didn't care about anyone anymore. And in reality, I cared so much, I just couldn't care for myself anymore. And that's the reality. And I regret it a lot because I really care about those people. And I still check in on them. Like, I still check in on the people who I was mentoring. Because I want to make sure that women succeed in the scene. But for myself, I just, you know. Like, that's my biggest controversy, though, was that. And I do regret that. Like, I do feel sorry for the people who looked up to me and then I just, like, left the scene. And I feel like if I talked about my mental health and if I talked about that stuff and processed it properly, I could have had a really good dialogue and been a really good influence for people. But instead, I just, like, hid and wallowed in my sadness and became a VTuber, right? And that sucks because there's a lot of people who would have had a lot of closure if I actually talked about what I went through. Sadness equals become VTuber. Yeah, kinda. do what you could. It's like you do for yourself. Yeah, I mean that's the thing too, is right. It's like life's about acknowledging like that I was in the wrong for a part of it. Like, sure, what I did was good at the time, but there's people who I did let down by leaving, and the people who you affect like that, though I wasn't the one that hurt them, I was one of the people helping them. And when you abandon people like that who are in an emotional state, in an unstable state, that's not okay to do either. But like my biggest controversy, and that's probably going to be my only biggest controversy realistically. And it's something that I still like kind of hold in my heart now that I've come back and started making content and doing my thing as a VTuber, is like being super open with you guys, talking about what I'm going through mentally, talking about my health situation, because that's one of my biggest regrets, was never talking about any of that stuff publicly because I was worried about my public image. But now it's like I don't care about that public image aspect. I care about being a person who can function. Maybe Internet History should do a video on you. There's already a documentary about my life on Amazon Prime. It's also on TV still. They still air it on Game Plus. So my life is very public, and my backstory is very public. Yeah, they talk about that stuff in the documentary too. So it's very public what I went through and what happened, and yeah. So not anything too crazy. Can't help it that you can't help yourself. Yeah, that's the way I like dealt with it originally when I first left, was like I gotta like focus on myself, blah blah blah. But then later on, when I realized like how I probably negatively affected people, it made me want to become a better person and make sure that I continue to be open about how I feel, so that I don't ever make people feel stranded again. Right? Which is like why, for example, I like upload multiple times a day. Is because one of the biggest feelings I had during the 2 years of me shutting down as a person was like I binged videos to feel comfort. Even sometimes I wouldn't even watch them. It was just so I could hear someone talk because I felt so alone internally. And for me, creating daily uploads like is super fun, but on top of that, it's about having consistency, because I always wanted that consistency in my life, and now I want to create that consistency for others.
People make mistakes simply because they made a mistake.
My next controversy is ranking anime, bro. That's my next controversy is if I reacted to Ruby.
Terrible human.
Cancelled. Do people DM you? If so, how do you deal with your younger fans? I can just show you. To my message requests, I just don't reply. People message me all the time. I just don't reply. I have a very strong rule to not reply to people, and I keep it across the board. The people I do respond to are the ones who like are working on my art, stuff like that. Like, so I keep the rules for everybody across the board, regardless of age. And that's the reason why, because a lot of people want to like express how they're thankful for my videos or thankful for my content, and I'd rather them do it publicly. I don't feel comfortable responding to people's DMs. So what I'd say is like, hey, there's a section called like Dear Alicia in the Discord, or if you want to write a nice message to me, you can do it publicly there, right? DMing me is just not allowed. And there's a lot of times where I get really sweet DMs and I read them, and it does mean a lot to me, but I just don't respond because it's just not appropriate. And I keep the rule consistent regardless of age, because I think it's good to keep that standard. Because if you keep the line for everybody, right, then shit like this won't happen with this crazy bitch. How do you respond to unsolicited cat pics? As long as you post them publicly, I'm fine. Just don't DM me them. So we'll never get cringe ukulele Alicia. Dude, if I ever had to make an apology video, I would think of some crazy shit. I don't know. Ukulele's been done. Wasn't there a girl who danced? I don't remember who that is or who like what. Wasn't there a girl who danced? What would I do? All you ladies pop your pussy like this. I do some weird shit. I don't know. What would I do for my violin segment? No, music's already been done. Max or edit of Alicia. That's what I would do. I would hire like a crazy montage editor for my apology video. I'd be the most sick, nasty trick shot edit if I got canceled. Sorry.
Some lies to it and pulverize it and stab it with knives and ruin a life. And
it's still so fucking funny to me that she randomly started spitting bars. Sorry.
Oh no, sometimes people can make a mistake. They made a mistake.
If you can't say what you're doing aloud because it sounds creepy, then don't fucking do it. Is that fair? I think think that's a baseline.
Mistake doesn't make them a terrible human. But what do I know? Fuck me, right?
Yeah, fuck you. She got one thing damn right in the video. She's like, I made just a teeny weeny itsy bitsy mistake. Oh my god. Yeah, I like talked to a 12-year-old and told me to send a picture of their ass. And yeah, I like sent a child lingerie. And yeah, I like opened a child's legs on stage publicly. Okay. So, but you guys are too mean with your words. Like, what? It's insane. I like Internet Historian, I like Maxer videos, so I'm still gonna keep reacting to those. But like, I wish that there was like video essays about controversy shit that I would like be able to react to. 'Cause I just never know who would like let me react to theirs. That'd be super down to do. I love talking some shit.